Chapter 28. We all need a hand on our shoulders sometimes so we can chew through steel. Vaporized, said Raina. Yes.
What did you do to him?
Meg asked. I tried to look offended. Nothing. I may have teased him a bit, but he was a very minor god. Rather silly looking. I may have made some jokes at his expense in front of the other Olympians. Raina knit her eyebrows. So you bullied him? No, I did write "Zap me" in glowing letters on the back of his toga, and I suppose I might have been a bit harsh when I tied him up and locked him in the stalls with my fiery horses overnight.
Oh my God!
Meg said.
You're awful!
I fought down the urge to defend myself. I wanted to shout, well, at least I didn't kill him like I did my pregnant girlfriend Chorus. But that wasn't much of a gotcha. Looking back on my encounters with Harpocrites, I realized I had been awful. If somebody had treated me, Lester, the way I had treated the puny Ptolemaic god, I would want to crawl into a hole and die. And if I were honest, even back when I was a god, I had been bullied. Only the bully had been my father. I should have known better than to share the pain. I hadn't thought about Harpocrites in eons. Teasing him seemed like no big deal. I suppose that's what made it worse. I had shrugged off our encounters. I doubted that he had. Coronis's ravens. Harpocrites. It was no coincidence that both were haunting me today, like the ghosts of Saturnalia past. Tarquin had orchestrated all this with me in mind. He was forcing me to confront some of my greatest hits of dreadfulness. Even if I survived the challenges, my friends would see exactly what kind of a dirtbag I was. The shame would weigh me down and make me ineffective, the same way Tarquin used to add rocks to a cage an animal in his enemy's head, until eventually the burden was too much. The prisoner would collapse and drown in a shallow pool, and Tarquin would claim, I didn't kill him, he just wasn't strong enough. I took a deep breath. All right, I was a bully. I see that now. I will march right into that box and apologize, and then hope Harpocrites doesn't vaporize me. Raina did not look thrilled. She pushed up her sleeve, revealing a simple black watch on her wrist. She checked the time, perhaps wondering how long it would take to get me vaporized and then get back to camp. Assuming we can get through those doors, she said, what are we up against? Tell me about Harpocrites. I tried to summon up a mental image of the god. He usually looks like a child, perhaps 10 years old.
You bullied a 10-year-old child,
Meg grumbled. He looks 10. I didn't say he was 10. He has a shaved head except for a ponytail on one side. It's an Egyptian thing? Raina asked. Yes, for children. Harpocrites was originally an incantation of the god Horus, Harpa Kurudi, Horus the child. Anyway, when Alexander the Great invaded Egypt, the Greeks found all these statues of the god and didn't know what to make of him. He was usually depicted with his finger to his lips. I demonstrated.
Like, be quiet,
Meg said. That's exactly what the Greeks thought. The gesture has nothing to do with shh. It symbolizes the hieroglyph for child. Nevertheless, the Greeks decided he must be the god of silence and secrets. They changed his name to Harpocrites. They built some shrines, started worshipping him, and boom, he's a Greek-Egyptian hybrid god. Meg snorted.
It can't be that easy to make a new god.
Never underestimate the power of thousands of human beings all believing in the same thing. They can remake reality, sometimes for the better, sometimes not. Raina peered at the doors. And now Harpocrites is in there? You think he's powerful enough to cause all of our communication failures? He shouldn't be. I don't understand how.
Those cables,
Meg pointed.
They're connecting the box to the tower. Could they be boosting his signal somehow? Maybe that's why he's up here.